Good morning, everyone, and welcome. You already got me 11. Welcome to another edition of the First Family of Las Vegas's daily free winner show, brought to you by the best website on the planet, your one-stop sports betting shop, Sports Memo. Now, guys, we have a great Monday show, and I am honored and proud to kick off the week with two of the best in the history of this business. Let's bring them on. A pioneer of the sports betting industry, Mr. Ross Benjamin, and the Iceman cometh, the Iceman himself, Jesse Schule. Happy Monday, Ross. How are you today, buddy?
Good. I hope everybody else had a great weekend. I understand you guys had some fun at the meet and greet. I'm sorry I missed it, but great to be back with you guys.
And it's great to have you back. And you were missed. Your name did pop up. It popped up as being a great handicapper. It also popped up that a lot of people said that you edged me out for the best looking guy in the business. I just want you to know, I was a little pissed off. I did defend myself to that. Jesse, happy Monday to you. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. I wish I could have been there for the meet and greet, but I'm happy to be where I'm at. I got to say that. I had a great weekend.
You were missed as well, Jesse. People, because you and I do so much work together, people love our camaraderie. They love our banter. I did speak to a good mutual friend of ours who you know a lot better than I do, but I go back a while, Ben Burns, who we're proud to have on the Wager Talk side now. And we swapped some Jesse Schule stories. And let me just put it this way, viewers, they're not for public use. I'll put it that way. No, guys, but, Ben absolutely adores you, and he knows I adore you. Guys, we got a few things we're going to talk about before we get into our winners for today's action. First of all, we need your help. We are growing this network on the YouTube channel. I mean, we've made another jump in viewers, and that's because of you. But we want to hit 10,000 subscribers on the Sports Memo YouTube channel, and only you can get us there. So hit that subscribe button. By tomorrow, I'm going to make announcements on this show about our fall schedule. Football, the show we're going to be doing with Jeff and Ralph Michaels, the Family Affair show, and our football schedule. I'm going to tell you this. We've got some exciting things that are going to happen in the next few weeks. You're not going to want to miss anything. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single show. Other than that, the meet and greet was a huge success. We did a makeshift meet and greet back in March with the Sports Memo Major Talk families, and a lot of some guys came out, not everybody, because it was kind of off the cuff. We didn't have a lot of time to promote it, but people showed up, and a lot of you, the supporters, showed up. We had a lot of fun, and it was almost like Ross and Jesse. I know you can relate to this, because when we were kids, we used to go to baseball card shows or signings, which cards of our favorite players. And for me, it was the Yankees. It was like Guidry and Thurman Munson and Lou Piniella and guys like that. I used to show Willie Randolph and Mickey Rivers, and I was so happy to meet them. I was shaking. People get like that for us. And you know what's funny, sports fans, is doing these shows, for so many, well, not that we're isolated, but we don't get to hear from all of you. Well, we were overwhelmed with the love, and I will tell you. Let me first say, I got a chance to see people like Ben Burns and meet Jazz Ray, Jimmy Adams, who's one of the sweetest guys ever.
Tokyo Brandon
might be. Not only is he knowledgeable, because I like watching his stuff, guys, and you go watch his stuff. Even Dice likes Tokyo Brandon. And I'm not exaggerating when I say, you might say, one of the sweetest and nicest people ever on this planet, let alone this business. Tokyo Brandon, we absolutely adore you. We got to hang out for the first time with Sports Memo folks. Dr. Chuck, Eric Pauly, Jeff Michaels came out. Ralph Michaels, the Godfather, came out. Some other big names. We got to see Kelly, who, Kelly in Vegas and I are friends longer than anybody. I think I know her over a dozen years. We used to work at another brand together. And we did a lot of work together. We loved an Ariel, who's a sweetheart. But we got a chance to hang out with the best support crew in the world, the Detroit crew. We got a chance to hang out with our buddy Chris and Lexi. But we got a chance to meet Kyle. Our buddy Jason was here. Missy, for the first time, she's the sweetest lady. Mel too, Melissa, who does a lot of our promos.
It was nice to finally meet some of the behind the scenes people that we didn't get a chance to.
And this is the best crew in the world. This is like dealing with the Yankee front office. It's just amazing. Yep. They'll do whatever it takes to win, or in this case, to make you happy and put out good quality content. And I got to hang out with Johnny Detroit, our fearless leader. We put our heads together and made an ass out of ourselves. Johnny Detroit is one of the sweetest and nicest guys, and Johnny and I speak the same language, and we love you, Johnny. Johnny is the reason why Sports Memo is here, so thank you, Johnny. I also got a chance to see one of my oldest friends, in the industry, somebody I know 20 some years, Mark Lawrence, who is here on the Sports Memo side. And we love Mark.
Such a sweetheart.
And his wonderful wife, Guy. Oh, my goodness. Also, guys, you know, a lot of you people out there don't know this. I mean, I keep talking about how I started when I was 10 years old with football sheets in the schoolyard. I know Ross and Jesse know who I'm about to bring up. And he is the originator of the business, really. Jim Feist, who gave me my start 32 years ago. The funniest thing was Jim walked in. It was like Moses parting the waters. Jim walked in, Jesse and Ross, and people ran over to him, and he went like this. He pushed it. It wasn't when he said, excuse me. He went, Joey, excuse me. Dionne, give me. And he gave her a kiss. He says, and Joe, give me. And he gave me a big kiss. And he says, I am so proud of you because, you know, it was 32 years ago. And he remembered it was 32 years that I started with Jim in a phone room. And he gave me my chance, you know, and he loves the story. That real quick. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just so excited. Real quick, I went into because I had some friends that worked for Jim Feist, and I walked into the sales room, and I says, I want a job. And they said, we're not hiring right now. I said, who's your biggest competitor? Ross, you'll love this. And they said, well, so-and-so. I said, well, I'm going to go work for so-and-so. And every week, I'm going to call you and tell you how much money I made them. And the GM came out. He says, you're hired. We're making room for you right now. They made room for me. They gave me a desk. They introduced me. We had so much fun. And 32 years later, so thank you, Jim. We love you. We had so much fun.
Hey, Joe, could I interject for a second?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, Mark Lawrence, when I got into this business full-time over 20 years ago, I actually moved down to Florida, and he taught me the business. So he's my mentor. And I know that makes Mark feel old because we've been around for a long time, but I can't tell you what a great catch that has been for Sports Memo as well. And if I could interject one more thing, it's the fact that I said this last week and I'll say it again. I've been on a lot of websites over the last 20 years, and nobody treats their handicappers better than the folks over at Sports Memo. And I know that Wager Talk is our sister company, and I know the perception is they're the major leagues and we're the minor leagues. And look, I have a lot of respect for all those guys at Wager Talk. They've put in their time. They're great handicappers, but we'll take a back seat to nobody with our roster as well.
Absolutely. And, you know, Russ, when you're great, you got to go up against the best. And Wager Talk, they're a big company, and they are a public company. But we're coming for you guys. We're coming. We're coming for everything we want, and we're going to come get it, guys. And we have the best collection of cappers anywhere. Go ahead, Jesse.
I got to say something. Okay, so you guys talked up Jim Feist and Mark Lawrence as these great guys to look up to throughout your career. I just want to tell you, Ross and Joe, you guys are my Jim Feist and Mark Lawrence.
Oh, man. You're going to make me cry, Jesse.
You're going to make me cry, too. You know,
that was the sweetest thing ever.
I love you, Jesse. You know, we really do, sports fans. We love working with one another. And mind you, leaderboards and sales, it's what, you know, what cappers and companies look at. And there is such a good support. Thank you, Jesse. You know, and I get to work with people I look up to and respect. So once again, don't tell the guys at Sports Memo I would do this job for friggin' nothing. I'm not kidding, Johnny. Johnny, I still want to get paid. I want my check. Guys, I love you guys. I can't tell you. Now, Ross and Jesse, real quick, because I know I babble on Monday. I babble every day, but particularly on Mondays. We got to meet so many fans of ours that can repeat everything we say on the air.
We got to meet a bunch of sweet guys.
Just really off the top of my Quam, Arnaldo, Antonio, Terrence, a ton of others, Chris. These are guys that literally know everything we say, our catchphrases, our lines. They know that.
And Chris, Joey is wearing pants today.
I am wearing pants. Chris wants to know if Jesse wears pants. Don't let him stand up right now. I'll tell you right now. Guys, I want you to know, and thank you for all your love and support to the dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of people that we met and talked to, and to the hundreds and thousands of you that tune in every day. We wouldn't be here without you, and that's why I want to give you the best there is. So you keep tuning in, and we're going to keep striving to be the best. So thank you. Couple other quick things, guys. Dionne and I did join the Shirka contest. We have a big rivalry going.
I'm taking you down,
baby. Ross, we have 2 trophies that we ordered from a trophy store. One is this big for first place, and the other is this big. So second place, like in Glengarry, Glen Ross, first place gets a Cadillac. Second place gets a set of steak knives. Yeah, so we have a rivalry too.
They get a participation trophy.
They get a participation trophy.
He's gonna get the participation trophy.
All right,
I'm getting the big one.
She's gonna get she's gonna get a case of car wax. For those of you who are older than me, remember the game shows from the 70s. We joined the contest. We're very excited about that. This week we're gonna be guests of our friend Mark Davis. We're gonna be seeing the Patriots Raiders this Friday night. We're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to a great place to see a game. Great stuff. And we're going to be tailgating, having some fun Friday. I do have to remind everybody, I feel old. All right. 38 years ago today, the movie The Breakfast Club came out. 38 years ago today. I remember going to the movie.
You're showing our age now.
Going to the movie. I remember going to the movie theater. I remember the person I went with. I remember all the friends who were there. 38 years ago. Can you believe that?
No, I can't, because thinking about 38 years ago, that just makes me feel like I'm really, really old now.
Okay, well, you're not old. You look great. You look good. By the way, she was just on at the meet and greet. She looked amazing. She was amazing. People just were the first lady of Las Vegas. Oh, and Joey. I was like, the fuck, I'm Joe D'Amico, you fudger. So anyway, you look great.
You look quite fetching yourself.
Having said that, though, we have an anniversary ourselves coming up this week.
We do.
The 25th.
Thursday,
Dionne and I are together 22 years. And right. I want you to know something. I could never achieve, let alone maintain the status I've gotten in life or just my own personal well-being without you. And I love you with all my heart. It is 22 years that I saw the first, and I believe in love at first sight. I'm going to tell you why. Because I saw her, didn't know her name, and fell in love with her. And 9 days after we met, we moved in together, and it's been 22 years. We have our bad days, sports fans. We're not joking when there are times we come on the air and say we want to hit each other with wire hangers. But we have been through thick and thin for 22 years, and we are honored to share our anniversary this week. And having said that, Dionne's got a discount that she wants to tell you about. They're going to go.
Happy anniversary, first of all.
Thank you.
Happy anniversry to you guys, and that's a great story. Love it.
Longest one-night stand in the history. Guinness called us up. Said, when we put you in for the longest one-night stand of 22 years.
Now he's stuck with me. I am not going anywhere.
In my defense, I love my wife more today than I did yesterday, and yesterday I loved her a lot. And the day before, every day I love her more than the day before. We have our moments where I want to kill her and she wants to kill me. She probably has more moments that she wants to kill me.
Joey, but before you go on to your promo, it takes, when you're in this industry, and Dionne is in the industry now. But when you are in this industry, people think we're just throwing darts up against the wall. We're done working in 2 hours, which is the furthest thing from the truth, especially during football. With the video schedules now added to our time that we take per day, we're putting in a lot of long days. And you need, as a man anyway, you need a special person who's going to be in your life to understand what you do and show you patience. Otherwise, you're not going to succeed, or you're going to be single, one of the two. So kudos to all the women in our life as sports handicappers, because they're special individuals.
It is true. It is true, because we were talking about that at the meet and greet with some of the other people who've been in this business. Mark Lawrence and his wife, Jim Feist and Roz, it's amazing. And you're right. You're right. Because this is a different business, guys.
Yeah.
And this is a business. Now, I'm not comparing ourselves to first responders or policemen or firemen,
right.
But very few people bring their business home with them. Our business runs every day into night, into the next morning. And there doesn't stop. It's never ending. So for those people that put up with us and, our families, we love you and thank you. Dionne has a special anniversary discount for us. You see it scrolling across the bottom of your screen. I have to move pie, gal. Excuse me.
So in order to celebrate our 22 years together, we are doing an amazing discount going on right now over at Sports Memo. You can get a 3-day all access for just $22 to celebrate the 22 years of us two being together. All you have to do is use the code ANNV22 upon checkout to get 3 days for just $22. And today is also $9 Monday over at Sports Memo. Any capper on the website, $9 a play. So make sure you head on over to the site and take advantage of those two discounts.
And you guys, I am sorry for being a little more long-winded than usual today, but we had a lot of stuff to talk about. So without any further ado, let's go right into some big free winners. Ross Benjamin brought something up before the show. I'll let him tell you about it. But, he is all over the leaderboards in multiple sports. And I say it always after he leaves, But do something once, you're lucky. Do something twice, you're lucky. Do something for decades. There are very few. You know what I'm saying? There are very few Willie Mazes in the world of baseball. There are very few Ross Benjamins in the world of sports betting, if any. And Ross Benjamin has been winning for decades. He's going to tell you about what he's got going on the premium side, maybe some long-term stuff, and he's got another free winner for you. Ross, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Joey. I appreciate that. Yes, what Joe was referring to is I just checked the statistics in terms of the leaderboard at an independent site that monitors about 80 handicappers. And the top three guys in the NFL preseason since the start of last season, Joe D'Amico, Ross Benjamin, Jesse Schule. 1, 2, 3. And you won't find a better trifecta than us three on the internet today. Anyway, Atlanta at Pittsburgh. I'm going to take a look at that game tonight in the National League. It'll be Jake Odorizzi going for the Atlanta Braves. And Roansy Contreras. What a name, huh? Roansy. It sounds like one of our relatives, Joe. 7:05 p.m. Eastern time. And right now, Atlanta is a 195 money line favorite. And the total in this game, 8.5. Odorizzi's really struggled on the road. And he's, to my opinion, is the weak link of the Atlanta starting rotation. Odorizzi, his last three away, a 6.58 ERA and a 1.90 whip. Not very good whatsoever, folks. Atlanta continues to produce offensively, averaging 6.1 runs per game over their last 7. This is also a Braves team. Whenever there's a total of 8.5 or greater, the last 8 times that's happened, they've gone 6-1-1 to the over. So basically, when they're not starting one of their top line pitchers and they're going against another pitcher that's really not top shelf, they, when the lines makers make these totals that high for the Braves, they produce. Pittsburgh 10-1-1 to the over in their last 12, including 5-0 to the over when that magic number of 8.5 or greater takes place. And those 5 games average 11.2 runs scored per game. Roansy Contreras, as I alluded to earlier, the starter for Pittsburgh, his last 3 outings, a 7.90 ERA. This guy's been very good during the day, but at night, I guess the moon bothers him or whatever else bothers him at night because he has a 6.07 ERA and a 1.73 whip in his 6 starts at night. And the Pittsburgh bullpen, terrible. Last 7, 6.59 ERA, and that's pretty much been a constant theme over the 2022 season for the Pirates. I'm going to go with Atlanta and Pittsburgh here over the total of 8.5. Folks, if you have not jumped in, there's one more week left in the NFL preseason. I just touched upon me, Joey, and Jesse being in the top 3 at that one site in the NFL preseason. And I'm 7-1 so far this NFL preseason. And if you go back to last year at Sports Memo, 15-3 with my last 18 NFL preseason picks. And that same site that I alluded to that we're the top 3 at, since 2011, they have me monitored as going 69-46.
Wow.
That's 59% with NFL preseason picks. So, guys, if somebody tells you they can't make money during the NFL preseason, they are 100% wrong. Back to you, Joe.
Sports fan. He is the pioneer of the sports betting industry, Ross Benjamin. And we love Ross. You know, he does great work in multiple sports. It is amazing. Whether you follow him on the turf, the AstroTurf, the hard court, the ice, it doesn't matter, guys. The gridiron. I'm going to tell you now, you're going to follow Ross to the bank. Ross is going to take off. He's got to go jump on a plane again. He lives like Axl Rose. I'm going to tell you this.
Like a rock
he
star.
lives like a rock star. He lives like a rock star from the 70s.
Man. You know what? My voice is in his eye, though.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, but he can't pick winners either, and you can. So that's so I want to tell you that. Guys, Ross is doing some great work over at Sports Memo. We have a ton of customer appreciation discounts for you, and it is $9 Monday. Go over after the show. Follow Ross. You're going to follow him to the bank. Ross, it is always an honor for me and Dan to kick off the week with you. We love you. We are going to have some announcements later on tomorrow about the rest of the week and shows and stuff. Stay tuned for that, guys, because you may be seeing Ross again at the end of the week. Ross, have a great day.
Hey, thank you for having me, guys. Love you guys. Jesse, take care. And have a great day, guys.
How about
Have a
that?
good one, Ross.
All right, buddy.
Bye-bye, Ross. Jesse, we love having you and kicking off the show with you every Monday. And me and you do quite a few shows each week. And we had I'll tell you what, it wasn't one or two. Quite a few people came up to me at the meet and greet and they said, the stuff you and Jesse do. I really appreciate all the winners you guys put out because your free winners are great and Dion's too. But the stuff you guys go through is priceless. So I want to thank you, Jesse, because when I know you're going to be on the show, I know it's going to be a smooth ride. I know we're going to have a few laughs, but I know we're going to give out solid content. And it takes a lot of pressure off me and Dionne when you're here. So thank you for all you do. I get a chance to share a panel and laugh with one of my favorite people in the world. So I am blessed. Dionne is blessed. Thank you.
And thank you, Joe.
All right. Jesse's going to be back in a second. The first lady of Las Vegas, believe it or not, I was number 1 in preseason until this weekend. And although I went 2-0 2 days ago, she is undefeated. I have 1 loss. She's undefeated. She is number 1 overall in preseason football. That baby, as long as there's a D'Amico up there, I'm happy. I'll tell you that. And she's doing great work in WNBA, in baseball, and she finished number 2 in college football a season ago in sports football. I'm taking number 1. You could be number 2.
I don't think so.
You could be number 2 again as long as I'm number 1.
That is
Guys,
not
she's going to
happening.
tell you about a few things she's excited about on the premium side. She's going to give you a free play. And I believe our free plays are like a 9 or a 10-1 run.
They are.
Something, or maybe even better than that. The first lady of Las Vegas, Dionne D'Amico, who, by the way, was gorgeous. She showed up. She was breathtaking the other day. And I'll tell you how good looking she was, how good she looked. When we got home, we might have made everybody out there an uncle or an aunt. That's how good she looked. Dionne, take the floor. It's all yours.
Oh, thank you, baby. As Joey did mention, I am a perfect 5-0 in preseason football, and I look to stay perfect for you one more week. I also finished number 2 in college football last season, so head on over to Sports Memo and take advantage of those amazing discounts going on right now. As far as today goes, I thought today's cards were a little bit tough, so I did pass in MLB and NFL today, but I will be back tomorrow with some more free winners. With more winners for you, and I also have a nice free play for everyone today. Today's free play is going to go ahead and take place in the Subway Series. Both teams do sit atop their divisions, but they are trending in opposite directions as of late. I'm sorry, baby.
You're making me laugh.
The Mets, they're playing some great ball. They are 21-7 their last 28 games and own the second best records in the majors behind the Dodgers. The Yankees, on the other hand, have lost 15 of their last 20 and are just 10-20 since the All-Star break. Today, we have Max Scherzer and Domingo Germán as scheduled starters. Scherzer, 9-2 with a 2.15 ERA, and he will be looking for his 200th career win today. I know, right? Since returning from surgery, the right-hander is 4-1 with a 1.82 ERA with 75 strikeouts and 9 starts. In 10 career starts against the Yankees, Scherzer is 4-4 with a 3.48 ERA. And in his last appearance at Yankee Stadium, he struck out 14 in 7 1/3 innings. Germán, 1-2 with a 4.45 ERA, and will be making his 7th start since a shoulder injury delayed the season since his season debut. I'm sorry, the dogs are all over the place today. In 4 career starts against the Mets, the righty is 1-1 with a 4.43 ERA. Between these two rivals, the Mets are 4-1 in the last 5 meetings. So let's face it, the Mets are the hotter team here. And with Scherzer looking to get his 200th win today, I'm sorry, baby. I know that you are a diehard Yankee fan and you bleed the stripes, but I am going to have to go where the money is today. And I am taking the Mets over the Yankees today.
Sports fans, I am a big Yankee fan, and I will tell you this, though. We are not in this to give you what our heart says. We're in this to give you what our head says. And I couldn't disagree with you. The Yankees are not playing great ball. The Mets are playing very well. They got the better of the Yankees earlier this season. I believe they took both. They played them twice. They beat them twice. Mm-hmm. And, right now, until the Yankees start showing me something,
which they're not right now.
They are not. I know Jesse's happy about that. I'll tell you that. Yeah. First lady of Las Vegas is take the Mets. Follow her after this show. We've got some great discounts for you. College football, pro football. We got some great baseball. We got it all. And there's still a lot of time.
And a 3-day discount right now to celebrate our anniversary. Yep. All you have to do is use that code upon checkout. Get you 3 days just for $22. You can't go wrong for that. That's like one play.
That's it. I love you, baby. We may not make it till 22 years this week. No, it's great. First lady of Las Vegas. Follow her. You'll follow her to the bank. Let's go to Jesse Schule. Jesse, we always have fun and laugh. And you and I have this bet this whole season about the Yankees and the Blue Jays. And, going into All-Star break, there was no doubt in my mind. But the Yankees are not playing well. But I will tell you this. When you're playing at the level they're playing, it's just almost impossible to keep that up in today's game for a whole season. So having said that, we still got to bet. First, we were going to do something where I do my eyebrows in one color and he does his hair. But it wasn't fair because he's got a lot more hair than I have eyebrows. So we said we're just going to do dinner. We're still looking forward to that. But guys,
maybe he'll just have to wear like a Yankees jersey.
Yeah, he ain't going to do that. Trust me. He ain't going to put a Yankees jersey. And I wouldn't do that. There was another bet between a couple. And I think Jesse was involved in it. We're not going to bring up the other guy. Jesse was involved in a guy wearing a jersey that Jesse won the bet. The guy said, I'm not doing it. So I wouldn't even put Jesse on the spot with that. And I wouldn't. There's no way I'm wearing a Blue Jays jersey. Are you kidding me? I only follow American teams anyway. Sports fans, I love Jesse Schule. You love Jesse Schule. He is all over leaderboards. And we talked about this over the last 2 months. Jesse is always a hot guy, despite his nickname, the Iceman. He's always running hot. I mean, he never has a downtime. And July, August are two of his best months. And they made some great discounts for Jesse over at Sports Memo. Go over after the show, follow Jesse because he's also one of the best NFL cappers in the history of this business. Jesse's got some things he's going to tell you about on the premium side tonight, and then he's got a free winner for you. And I'm interested because Jesse's future plays, he's got a future bet for you on the free play side. But Jesse's futures, and I've been working with him for the last year and a half. And I will tell you, his futures are money. So I can't wait to hear what he's got to say. I know you can either. Jesse, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Joe. Well, on the premium side tonight, I got 3 plays, starting with the Northwest Derby, which is Manchester United and Liverpool across the pond. I have a baseball play, and I have that lone NFL preseason play. And for the free play, I'm going to look at the Cleveland Browns and how the betting markets have reacted to the news that their quarterback will be suspended for another 3 games, making it a total of 11 games that their starting quarterback will miss. I believe the betting markets have overreacted to this news. When I look at this Browns team, I think that they're in need of a game manager at quarterback, which they do have. Jacoby Brissett has played. He's been experienced with the Patriots, with the Colts. In 2019, he won 7 games with a Colts team that wasn't that great, probably not as good as this Browns team. And Cleveland still has plenty of pieces. Pro Football Focus ranked their offensive line number 2 overall coming into this season. Now they've had some problems with some injuries to centers, which they're going to need to sort out. But they still have that talent on the offensive line, and they have that backfield with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Now, Kareem Hunt did demand a trade earlier on in the preseason, but I think he's since rescinded that, and he's now on board for the season, probably because he knows he's going to get a ton of carries with Brissett starting at quarterback, if indeed that happens. And when you think about how important a quarterback is to a team, it's very true. However, I will point out that the 49ers won a bunch of games with Jimmy G last year. The 49ers went to a Super Bowl with Jimmy G a few years back. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl, of all guys. If your team's good enough, you can still win games with an average quarterback. And speaking of Jimmy G, this is a perfect situation for the Browns to come in and pick up Jimmy G. Obviously, there's rumors swirling that that's going to happen. I think it probably will happen. But even if it doesn't, even if it's Jacoby Brissett, I think this Cleveland team can run the ball and win games. They don't have a tough schedule, all things said. And I think the price on them to win their division, it's a bit of a long shot, but I think they've got as good a chance as any. So I'm going to back the Cleveland Browns to surprise a few people without their starting quarterback this season.
Sports fans, he is money when it comes to future bets. He's money when it comes to all bets, basically, but he is money when it puts out these long-term investments, and that's just what they are, a long-term investment. Follow Jesse with the Browns to win the AFC North, plus 375. You'll be following him to the bank. Plus, guys, we got some great stuff. He is a winner in NFL all year round, every year, every season. He makes you money in pro football. We got some great discounts at Sports Mobile. Follow Jesse. You'll be following him to the bank. Jesse will be back in 1 second, guys. Now, I've got to tell you, Sports fans, I come off a 4-0 sweep in 2 sports, and as I'm here to give you winners and not action, I think today's card, both in baseball and the preseason football game, was very difficult. And I'm not here to gamble with your money, guys. I'll tell you that. So I passed on premium plays. However, currently on the top of the capper, one of the top cappers documented in football, baseball, and overall. And once again, I continue to lead as I'm number 1 the last 30 days in overall winning percentage at Sports Memo as a multi-time college and pro football capping champion. And I've got a lot of number 1 finishes, guys, in both college and pro footballs. This will be my best campaign ever. I promise you that. We have some huge discounts available for me, including a new discount for this week for Dean and myself. 3 days all access. Use code ANNV22. Now, as far as today's free play goes, I'm going to tell you this, guys. Let's go to the diamond where the Angels travel to Tropicana Field for game 1 of the series with the Rays. Let's be honest, Los Angeles has fallen way short of expectations this season. They're 25 games back in the AL West, 13 and a half games back for a wild card spot. Like I said, way short of expectations. On the other hand, Tampa Bay is playing some very solid baseball. They're currently tied for second place with the Blue Jays in the most competitive division in all of baseball, the AL East. And with the way New York is losing, the way they're looking since All-Star break, anything is possible right now. They own a wild card spot and a small cushion. Having said that, the Rays might have dropped 2 of 3 meetings with the Angels this season, but that was back in May, and these are 2 very different teams right now. They have had their way in this series going back further, though, taking 7 of the last 10 and 21 of the overall last 29 meetings. This includes 9 of the last 12 in Tampa Bay. Guys, what can you say? LA is sinking further and further into the abyss. They dropped 5 of their last 6, while Tampa Bay has won 7 of their last 9 coming into today. Davidson and Springs, guys, they are set to take them out today. Davidson, 2-3 with a 6.75 this season, will make his 7th appearance, just his 6th start of 2022. He's never faced Tampa before. Springs overall, he's 5-3 with a respectable 2.52 mark of this season. His ERA shrinks even lower when at Tropicana Field. 2.27. He has been outstanding, not allowing more than 3 runs in 7 consecutive starts. The Rays are just playing better baseball and are certainly motivated, looking to better themselves in their division. They are 4-0 the last 4 versus lefties, 4-1 the last 5 versus teams with a losing record, 11-5 the last 16 versus the AL West. Take Tampa Bay on the run line here, folks. It's a winner to start off your week, and my free plays are almost as hot as Dionne's, I'll tell you that. Let's bring Jesse back. We got a couple of announcements. We got to run down some plays, then we'll get out of here. And once again, I know Mondays I'm a little long-winded, but I wanted to bring up a lot of subject. My apologies. Well, you're used to me being long-winded, let's face that. But don't forget, later today, to tune into Full Count. That's our MLB betting coverage show. Comes to you live, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to host, joining me, the Southern Assassin, Rocky Atkinson, and the Iceman himself, doing a double duty today, Jesse Schule. So tune into that before you make any of your final Monday baseball betting decisions. Dionne's got a discount. We're going to run down the free plays, and we are going to head out of here.
That's right. Today is $9 Monday over at Sports Memo. Any cap around the website, just $9 a play. And to celebrate mine and Joe's 22 years together, we are doing an amazing discount. 3-day all access, just $22. All you have to do is use the code ANNV22 upon checkout.
Let's run down some free winners. Ross Benjamin, who had to take off. He had a modeling shoot somewhere in Greece. I think it was in Mykonos. Probably go see Pavlo. Ross had another free winner for you. You had the Braves Pirates over 8.5. Dionne, what did you have for everyone?
I'm sorry, baby, but I'm going with the Mets today.
Don't be sorry. Be careful. I love you. Jesse Schule. Jesse, what did you have for everyone?
Browns is a long shot to win the AFC North.
There you go. And your sexy and savory host of the Rays on the run line minus 1.5 plus 110. Guys, the best collection of cappers anywhere on the planet are at Sports Memo. We each post tons of free winners where? At the Sports Memo Twitter page. So go over to Sports Memo's Twitter page, follow it. We got free plays, you get futures, you get odds, you got great columns, you get it all. Go follow them. You will not regret it. I promise you that. And Dionne?
You can also follow all of our amazing cast members over at Twitter. You can find Jesse, the Iceman, over at Jesse Schule. You can find Ross Benjamin at Ross Benjamin1, myself over at the First Lady of Vegas, and Joey over at Joe D'Amico Wins. Guys, it's about that time. I think it's time to take off. Jesse, any closing thoughts or comments for Monday?
May all the wins be yours.
I love it. You're wonderful. You're wonderful. Guys, I love playing. I love doing a show with Jesse. So tune in later today because Jesse and I are going to be joined by Rocky, like I said, for the MLB Full Count Show. And we got some great content coming. You're not going to want to miss anything. So be sure to subscribe. Well, let me do it again. I love those balloons. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You don't want to miss anything because we got some great coverage. We're going to revolutionize the sports betting industry. Dionne, can you take us out of here, please?
I sure can. And don't forget to tune in the rest of this week for some more special guests and a ton of free winners. On behalf of Jesse, Ross, and us in Sports Memo, this is the First Family of Vegas.
Everyone out there, good luck and have a winning day.